Hi everyone, my name is Christine Kimball and I'm an esthetician in Florida. I am also a beauty advisor for Willing Beauty, a skincare company that provides non-toxic but clinically effective products in the US. So today I was inspired because one of my bonus daughters, shout out to Dolly Casanovas, if you're on YouTube, check her brand new channel out, but she's like 20 something. I think she's 22, maybe 21. And I was watching her video and I was like, well, all those things are cute, but I don't know that they work for someone who's in their 40s. So I decided to make my own tutorial makeup video. So the 40 somethings versus the 20 somethings. Let's get it, Dolly. But I really do want to show you some of the things I do as a beauty routine and what I've learned from other YouTube channels for old folks like me. So by old folks, I mean the ones that have, you know, those little aging lines. This is actually a scar from a dog bite. See, it bit me there and there when I was 3. Anyway, maybe a little bit of discoloration under the eyes, maybe even some hyperpigmentation from all the times we didn't use SPF. But I'm just going to show you what I do because I also have hooded eyes and I just recently learned, I've always not really been able to see my lids, but obviously more so as I age, the skin is getting like, check it out. Just you wait, kids, so you can do that. That's super sexy. All right, so always clean your face every morning, every night. And I hate to break it to you, but if you wear makeup, you have to do what's called a double cleanse. You have to wash twice because the first wash really only just kind of breaks down the makeup itself. Have you ever washed your face and then maybe taken a toner and then did it again and you're like, why is there stuff on my pad here? It's because you really just barely clean the makeup off. You didn't get to the dirts and oils that are clogging and blocking your pores and getting to the nitty-gritty. So I've washed my face once because I didn't have makeup on this morning. And I use 2 different moisturizers. So this is Willa Zero Shine, and I know it's probably flipped on the screen. This is from their teen line, Willing Beauty's teen line, and it's a mattifying moisturizer. I like to use this just obviously on days I don't feel like I need a glow, but my teenage son also uses it because it doesn't make him dewy. The other moisturizer I use is the Willing Beauty Daydream. Now this is the one I probably should be using all the time, and I do use it quite a bit. But this has a number of great products and ingredients, not products, ingredients that will nourish my skin and really continue to repair it through the day, keep a barrier between me and the free radicals that are aging us. And it has tons of hyaluronic acid, which I know is the buzzword, but seriously, we lose collagen and elastin as we age, and so this just keeps our skin nice and fluffy, like mine. But I've already put on the Zero Shine for today because it's kind of a casual day. The other thing that the 20-somethings need to use and don't is this Zero Shine, and it's an eye cream. Now, if they start young, they will stay young, but most of us didn't know that when we were young. But you can wear a eye cream at night. Absolutely, you should. But you can wear it during the day too. And I really just put a little bit under my eyes. Just, you can see I'm tired. I'm actually not really feeling super well today, which is why I'm home. And just, I say that and then I cough. Then I'm replenishing my youthfulness. So this reduces some of the bagginess, but it also is going to tighten it. You can put it up here, but for the purpose of makeup and the day look, I only put it on at night with this. So that's something to add to your beauty routine as you age. All right, so now we're going to get into covering all of this. And I need to turn on my light over here. if you can even see. Unfortunately, if I face my window, I still don't have, I have better light this way, but we'll show you the whole picture later. All right, so first things first, SPF tinted primer. Don't you dare leave your bedroom without SPF on your face. I don't care how old you are. From 10 years old, Willing Beauty makes products for teens. It's actually the exact same formula. This is super fluffy. It disappears into your skin. It doesn't have any smell whatsoever, which is a big thing for people who wear SPF. You're just gonna get it all up in the creases. Here's the thing, people don't realize that as you're doing this, you're protecting your skin from most of the sun damage that happens, which is called incidental damage. Incidental is when you're going to the mailbox, when you're going to your car, when you're running into the store. Everybody puts their little cute little SPFs on whenever they're going to the beach. How nice for you. But what about the other 350 days, if you're lucky, that you don't have SPF? The other thing is moisturize your neck and your décolleté, but add SPF down in those areas as well, especially on your driver's side, because honestly, if you look at most people that have skin cancer on their face, most of them get it, like quoting statistics here, but most of them will get it on their driver's side. And last but not least, just a teeny little bit, and you need to get those ears. Just like that. Protect them. Here's the crappy thing though. It is crappy. Any SPF you buy doesn't work after 2 hours. Yep, if you read every single one of these, they all say now apply every 2 hours, and it's not really a gimmick. It really does start to break down, whether you have a mineral or a physical sunscreen. So get something that you love. There's products that are powders that you can just almost use it like you would your foundation powder. So you can have it in your car and put it on every 2 hours. If you're smart, you're also doing your hands, because as you're driving, you're going like this and you're going to get age spots and unsexiness here. And older ladies know that no matter how young your face looks, a woman can tell how old a bitch is by their hands. Okay, so now I have primed my face. The other thing I like, it's not just an SPF, it's a tinted primer. So pretty much any fit scale, whether you're light almost to super dark, whatever your skin color is, it's not really what your fit scale is about. It's about your sun absorption. But anyway, this blends. I have a very colorful tattoo, and I've put this product on this whole thing. It blends with every single color. So you don't need to think about it. All right. Next. So we have our primer. We're going to go in with the foundation. Everybody's got their own choices. That's fine. If you are using powder or liquid, it doesn't really matter. I just really fell in love with Tarte. So that is what I'm using, is this liquid. I actually, if you can see my skin, I mean, pretty decently. And I know there's probably some crazy level of filtering happening on this phone. But I leave the house just like this. If I have that tinted primer on, moisturizer and primer. And some days that's all I need. Like, I feel like I look very finished. Maybe not my eyes and lips and all that. But this is for a look that we're really, going to work towards looking a little sexier than normal. So you always, remember when we were, I'm hitting my knees on my thing. Remember when we were in school and the girls would have like the orange line? That was so sexy. So that's like just made me go all the way down my throat. Plus, nobody wants to walk around with their face being a totally different color than their neck. So I'm just rushing through this. Certainly everybody knows how to apply foundation. Just be intentional. That's all I'm saying. Think about where you're applying it and why. You know, like here, turning your brush, getting in that groove a little bit, you know, coming up a little closer. Think about where you're doing it. All right. So that's that. The other thing that all the cool kids are doing is they'll either add foundation or concealer to their lids. I personally, I'm 50-50 on that. I think it depends on the day. Like right now I did it so fast I kind of ran out, but I will put just the tiniest amount. And here's why. Here's the difference in the 20-somethings and the 40-somethings. We have aging skin. So the more product we put in those tough areas, the more it adds creases into the lines and the heavier it becomes. And so it actually has an adverse effect. Sorry, it makes us look older. So you really do have to keep it light and simple. If you're not using that foundation, if you're not using a concealer, which I know is beautiful for colory eyes, it's something I would recommend just using your primer to just swipe over. So the other thing is we're talking about applying makeup. Let's please remember that to keep our skin clean and beautiful, you need to clean your makeup brushes once a week. And something I just learned, your hair brushes. I've never cleaned a hairbrush in my life unless it had like so much hairspray on it. It was gross. But all of that is contributing to oils and bacterias in these areas. So I thought it was pretty smart. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a concealer, and really what we're looking for as an aging woman is brightening those really tough areas. Like if you had 11s, your marionette lines, certainly any dark circles under here. And if you're like me, you probably have some hyperpigmentation. I actually have melasma on my forehead, which I've been able to treat pretty well. Melasma is like the most stubborn hyperpigmentation ever. Like literally, it's super hard to treat. But one of the things I've learned is that because we're older, we can't cake this stuff on, just like I told you. So when I do concealer now, I just do it here and very little bit. I don't do like I used to do when I used to see the girls doing all this. And of course, we're all trying to stay young. I come up under my nose because I get redness here, and those are your distended capillaries. I always feel like I have a little bit of darkness. You really decide, like really, you have to observe your face and think of it kind of like when you were in art school. You know, even if it was in elementary school, what are you trying to hide? What are you trying to improve? So this has been a beauty blessing, the sponges, but you have to use it with water. They don't tell you that. I don't know why, but really, it works better. I was very I did not like the sponges for a long time. In fact, I got this guy, which is a silicone, which I was like, you know what? If I'm using a sponge, I'm wasting so much products. Like, why would I want to do that? But I keep this. Like some people go to their sink and all that, but I just do a couple of light spritzes and kind of work it in the sponge. And then I'm going to tap. And this really does give a better palette than what I did for like, you know, I don't know, 25 years. But I'm really working on those darker areas that have come from aging and being tired and being a mom and being stressed, and being worked, and maybe having a little too much alcohol. So I'm not looking at this makeup tutorial from a, you know, let's be crazy and highlight and contour and all that. I am going to show you those things, but I just want you to see like what happens to our face when we age. All right, so start with light foundation, start with your lighter concealer. And then also if you're going to do highlighting, I got this off of Amazon. This is Rimmel by L'Oreal. Yeah, Rimmel London by L'Oreal. It's two-sided. So I did not contour forever. And there's two ways of contouring that could definitely be a different video. But I actually started enjoying it. I really just felt like it gave me a little bit of a glow. And coming in at the temples, making us look a little skinnier. Do that little fake cheekbone that may have disappeared. That little double chin needs a little hiding. Go away. Nobody wants you there. And then the nose. And I'm telling you, I am not a fan of these ladies that make their nose look like this big. Just do what complements your face, okay? It's not about who you need to look like. You need to look like you and just accentuate what you got. So for me, I just come in a little bit. All right. And now we're going back. I have two different sponges actually for the light and dark because I found that the dark was smearing onto the light. And then you're going to work this like back into the hairline. I think a common mistake is to smear, smear, smear. It depends on how much you're putting on. But you're trying to make the illusion that your skull is shaped like that. I mean, that's really what contouring is creating shadows and illusion for a different structure. So when you do your cheeks, don't go down. Come up. Blend it up. Because if you pull it down, you're going to take this section, this jawline that you really want to highlight, and just darken it. And that really doesn't, kind of defeats the purpose. Now up in here, we're just going across because, you know, it's just your jawline. You watching, Dolly? Watching the pros do it. Oh, all right. I really wish there was like a blackout. If there was a blackout concealer so that I could that to my neck, that would be awesome. I hate that you guys are losing the left side of my face, but I didn't want to take my whole setup and turn towards the window. All right, I'm not doing all that stippling like I probably should. Damn it, I'm old and my shoulder's tired now. That's how that goes. It probably doesn't look any different to you. And it probably doesn't look that extremely different. Okay, so we've done that. It's really subtle. Hello, that's the point. It's supposed to be subtle. All right. We can do all the fancier stuff later. Then I'm going to come in with a bronzing brush and a little bronzing powder just to add a touch of color and glow. Same exact places. Same exact places. This is not your blush, but it can be your friend when it comes to giving you a little extra color if you're pale. And you don't have to apply it crazy. You don't have to be ridiculous with it. But now you just have a different kind of love on your face. All right. So the experts will tell you, like when you get into contouring, you would put like a bunch of bright whites and here, especially in the cheekbone area. And then, you know, where you want your forehead to be highlighted and darkened to make it smaller, all that. We're not getting into that today. I'm going straight for the blushes. So I should back up. Everybody wants to know what to do with the eyes, but I'm doing the blush first, just because I feel like it. Here's the thing. I'm a person that I don't like to do my makeup until I'm dressed, because I don't necessarily want it to match my clothes, but I need it to complement my clothes. So if I'm wearing blue denim, I may not do yellow and oranges. I might, depending. But like if I have black on, think of how many different options I have. So I want to kind of see what my skin is doing that day, if it's ruddy, if it's pale, if I'm glowing, if I'm a little tanner. That is how I decide on what my eye color is going to be. And then my blush actually complements that. So I use a couple different blushes, but these two are my favorite. They're actually lipsticks from MAC, but they were formulated specifically to also be blushes. So I have a little brush here. I just go on top like that. And the thing with aging skin is not caking it. And I know that baking, if you've heard of that, which is, you know, layering a bunch of powders and just tons of stuff. But an older person looks better with a little bit more natural look. And I just really like how creamy and light and controlled I have this. And if I need to use it on my lips or even on my eyes, I have a one step with this product. Okay, so I haven't done a highlight yet. Let's not go to that yet. All right, so I know that younger people are taking in control, and I don't want to say younger people. Like, I feel like I'm young at heart. I'm old in body, but young in heart. And they will cut in and do a lot of concealers, you know, right here to really edge their brows. Here's the thing, most likely as you age, you're getting less and less brows than you had when you were a kid. And I need a little love there. So I'm not worried about making them heavy and fake looking. I'm just wanting to accentuate what's there. But I don't do my eyebrows until I've done my eyes, because I'm a little messy. That's really what it boils down to. All right, get your eye primer. This is going to stay on all day. This one is Bare Minerals. It's called Prime Time. It's a teeny little dot. See, it's a teeny dot. And we're going to fill that in. Look at that saggy skin. Isn't that sexy? Oh, we love it. You know what that's called? That's called experience. Something these other YouTubes might not be giving you. Okay. All right. So that's that. All right. On to what we're doing with the eyes. I'm just going to pick a nude palette. I could go crazy. I love color on my eyes. I love it. Love it. But we're trying to be classy bitches here today. So I am using this nudist palette from LA Girl. And yeah, I know. You can see all my crap down here. It's not that exciting, but it works. So when your eyes are starting to droop and sag, the whole entire mission in life is to brighten and make your eyes look bigger, right? So light is your friend. This is also my friend. This is a sponge that I got from Amazon, and I just can dust off and I can change. You see how blue the color I wore the other day. So white or light is great. Let's start with these simpler, brighter colors. I tend to blend them because I don't need white on my eyes, but I'm just going to cover. And I think by now, most of us have experienced the whole, girl, I'm 40, I know how to put on my damn eyeshadow. I just want to give you a couple of tips that I just learned and I felt kind of silly about. All right, and then we're going to take that up nice and high, kind of doing the illusion that we used concealer under there, but we didn't. All right, next it's daytime, so we can go for a really fun orangey tan look, or we can get into some metallics. I think I'm just going to do oranges for the video. So here's what I want you to learn. first of all, tap your brush, get all the extra crap off of it because, oh, look at that. I just created extra light. It ends up on your face. Okay, so we're talking about these hooded eyes, right? And we've all been taught, go in the crease, go in the crease. Don't go in the crease. Don't do that. Create your own crease. Go above it. You can barely see what I'm doing here. Go above it. Don't even touch anywhere near that eyelid. Okay? It'll all work out. All right. Let's do the other side real quick. I'm going to rush through this because, again, see how my skin is sagging. Oh, honestly, I went through a tough couple of years and I did a lot of crying. So I think I stretched out my skin, pulling at it, rubbing my eyes all the time. Okay, keeping it bright. See, if I'd have taken that color down here, what's going to happen? It's just going to close that lid in. So I'm keeping this very simple. I'm not doing a whole big crazy, where's that brush? Oh, there it is. Eyeshadow tutorial. So the other thing is we want to keep the eye opened with some of those darker, interesting colors. But look at the shape of your eye, okay? If you're coming in here, what is that going to do? If you darken that part, that's going to make this side brighter. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe that's the shape of your eye. If you darken the middle, what's going to happen? You're going to lower the look of what's happening in your palette. If you come in here and you need that opened up, that's beautiful. Like, do the dark on the side, which is what I personally need. But you have to analyze your face a little bit, ladies. You haven't looked at yourself in a while. Really think about, I don't fit the mold of everybody else that we are seeing today. So why in the world would I do exactly what they're doing? Have a blending brush. It's your best friend, especially, I'm not pulling, but I'm holding, especially if you have aging skin with primer on your lids, because primer is a bitch. It's like glue. Basically, yes, it's wonderful. It keeps you nice and colorful all day. But when you do that and you make a mistake, it's not so much fun. All right, my shadows, sorry, I have to look at like 2 different mirrors because what's happening from this light, it's just, it doesn't look right on here. Something else that I see young people doing is taking their accent color and sometimes a totally different color, which is super cute. And they're just kind of coming in under here, under the waterline and pulling that down. I do like that look, but if you have small eyes, don't do that shit. Don't do it, because you're just going to close your eye in. Like when you put tons of mascara underneath your eye, that's not a good look anymore. That was cute in the 80s, but our goal is to look like we actually know what we're doing now. Okay, so now that I've kind of given my eyes some shape, I will come back in. I have a super teeny brush. It's actually a blessing that it came in there. And I'm going to go back in with like something a little colorful, a little glittery, anything to bring light to my eye and make it bigger is what I'm going for. So where do you need to make your lids look bigger? You tell me, or you tell you. Do that. Don't just throw it on, because it is okay not to have wings out here. It is okay to be more rounded. Like, your eye shape is yours. Okay. So, I'm starting to sweat, actually. I told you I didn't feel well today. Where is my eyeliner? Here's what I got to say about eyeliner. To me, less is more when you have eyes like mine. because if I just did all that to open my lid up and keep it looking awake, and then I go in with this huge black eyeliner line, what's going to happen? I really just completely defeated the purpose. So I go in, I'm going to look up here, guys, and I do a very fine line because we also lose our quantity of eyelashes and hair in general as we get older. So the whole point in life is just to accentuate what you have. So I am very mild on my eyeliner, unless it's a date night, and of course you want to be all sexy and intentional with that. And then I don't even make a full line. I just kind of dot it in, because the darker we are down here, the darker under our eyes look and more sleepy and all that stuff, which is what all of us moms who need to drink some wine to stay alive and hide our dark circles with lots of concealer. We don't need that. Okay, so there's two schools of thought in the whole eyebrow world, and that is using the gel to color and to set, or using like a fill-in. So I'm going to do a combination of both today. I absolutely love Gimme Brow by Benefit. It came in an Ipsy bag, and I have been hooked ever since. And the reason why I like it is I can layer it, but it does grab my natural lashes and just helps complete me. But going back to those hard days when we have so much running around to do and we don't have an hour to do our makeup, I will do my SPF Tinted Primer by Willa Beauty. I will take my MAC blush stick and put it on my cheeks and my eyelids, and probably even my lips. And then I'll do this. That's it. That's all you get. Maybe some mascara from a bitch, but that's it. Okay. So that's not super full, and that's okay, because we're going for a pretty natural look. Might look a little uneven because of the lighting, but it's not. But this is from e.l.f. This is like a cream, and then this is like a filling powder. So since I've already put some gel in, I'm just going to go in and fill in. Now you can take this up a notch. There's people that spend a lot of time on their eyebrows. As an aging person, I kind of wonder if we really should be doing that. I guess it depends on your face and your expertise and your sexy level and all that, but I'm a pretty casual girl. All right. Oh, look, we're almost done. So that looks pretty nice. Obviously, you can take a spoolie and just kind of fill it out. It does help to blend some of the powder. If you overdo it, I mean, you need eyebrows. Everybody knows that it frames your face. But if you overdo it, you look really out of place. And we'll do a little mascara. And I think mascara is just one of those things that you have to discover with your eyelashes, what kind of brush you need, and stick with it. We'll be changing your brushes. Like if you know, like for me, this rubber brush, and I love this tip on this thing because I can come in. This is their Real from Benefit. Also something that came in my Ipsy bag that I fell in love with. Very light on the touch. Okay. And I have pretty thin eyebrows, but, or eyelashes. So there's tons of things we can do. But that is like a nice, healthy, glowing, everyday look. That did not, you know, sink me in, droop me down. It also didn't change my face that much. Do you notice that? And that's a plus because I'm 42 and I don't want to look like I'm trying to look 20. I want to look like a sexy 42-year-old. So with that being said, I had some red lips today, and only because it's right in front of me. I'm a lipstickaholic. I have a bag of lipstick. that I keep. I can't go without lipstick or something on my lips. Here's the other thing. Here's a pet peeve of mine. Don't do all this beautifulness, make yourself gorgeous, and then leave the house with no effing lipstick on. I don't care if it's just chapstick, but you've taken concealers and powders, and I didn't even put any powder on. I don't usually wear it. I don't need to because I have the Mattifying Moisturizer, which is less creasing in those fine lines. Creamy products, by the way, work better for us. Powdery products just, I don't know. Anyway, you did all that work and then you left pale ass lips. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's silly. Come at 'em, girl. Come at 'em. Yes, red is not always a day color, but we don't live by our grandma's rules anymore. So you are allowed one accent color on your face. That's a rule for you, okay? Just one. Pick it. Is it going to be your lips or is it going to be your eyes? Make a decision. If it's your cheeks, it can't be your eyes and your lips. All right? One accent color, because otherwise you look like a clown. So I guess today, this is going to be my accent color, which my husband happens to love when I put on red lips. So thank you for watching. My very first, very impromptu, absolutely no editing. Let's get crazy and be aging beauties together. This is Christine Kimball, and just be you. Bye.